The first time a city says your full name back to you, it's not from a stage, it's from a radio. Somewhere between Gallatin and a Thursday, a DJ rides the fader up, your hook clears the static, and 1,000 errands across 3 counties hum your chorus without knowing why. That's how you know the songs have stopped auditioning and started working. For Keith, that moment didn't feel like fireworks. It felt like a truck finding fifth gear on a road he'd already been driving for years. Nashville is an ecosystem disguised as a skyline. Studios like beehives, writers' rooms like kitchens, tour buses lined up like punctuation. He learns the circulation. Mornings, lyrics, coffee, honesty. Afternoons, guitars through amps until tone stops sounding good and starts sounding inevitable. Evenings, small stages, bigger responsibility. The ranch gave him chemistry. The solo sessions demand authorship. He doesn't hide from it. He leans in with the smile of a guy who knows he can do pretty and still make the strings bite. If this already has you invested, tap like and watch till the end, because the last beat explains the quiet rule that turned arenas into living rooms. The first singles don't knock the door down, they wear the hinges smooth. He threads melody like fishing line, clean, strong, nearly invisible until it pulls you forward. Verses that tell the truth in short sentences. Choruses that feel like you've known them longer than the verse does. Radio warms to that tone because it respects listeners' time. He's not showing off, he's showing up. When the phone lines light in small markets, you can hear the industry's posture change. On stage, he starts practicing a specific kind of leadership, stewardship. It reads like charisma, but operates like hospitality. He doesn't dominate the band, he calibrates it. Solos arrive like stories, not stunts. Between songs, he talks just enough to knit strangers into a choir and not one sentence more. The rooms grow, clubs, theaters, then arenas that ask harder questions. Can you scale joy without letting volume pretend it's voltage? He answers by tightening the pocket and trusting the song. The big rooms feel smaller. That's not a lighting trick, that's a frontman doing math. Don't miss what's next. Hit the bell so you catch the follow-up the second it drops. Stick around till the end to catch the hidden hinge most people miss and to help the channel. The records sharpen. Hooks you could whistle on a tractor, guitar work that winks at pop without leaving home, lyrics that keep their boots on even when they talk about heaven. He figures out a lane he'll ride for years. Let the 6-string sparkle, let the drums grin, let the chorus solve the day. The singles start doing that thing you can't fake. Sticking. Hardware stores hum them. Tailgates hum them. First kisses, borrow them. You don't bargain with that. You say thank you and keep the pen moving. Behind the scenes, the workday earns its hero cape. 3 co-writes in a day isn't a flex, it's a standard. Sometimes the first 2 rooms don't land a chorus, and the third one does at 4:47 p.m. because somebody told a story about a cousin, someone else changed one verb, and he found a guitar voicing that glued it all together. He treats co-writing like a sport, where the score is mercy. Take the best idea in the room and forget who said it first. That's why people keep inviting him back. Yes, the hair helps. No, it's not doing the heavy lifting. The shows expand, but the crew ethos doesn't. He keeps a simple hierarchy in his pocket. Song first, band second, crowd third, me last, not because he's saintly, but because the order works. When that order holds, the crowd ends up feeling like they were actually first all along. Security notices, lighting notices, even the bus driver notices, because the energy on the long ride out of town stays human. Here's where the narrative could pretend the rise was frictionless. It wasn't. Celebration masquerades as hospitality on this circuit. You finish a set to a roar, shake 100 hands, and somebody you barely know puts a glass in yours with the confidence of a best man. He's not the first artist to mistake momentum for immunity. He files the problem under later and keeps the map pointed forward. That little drawer labeled later is going to make noise in another chapter. For now, the work keeps paying. Midway through the run, he takes a calculated risk. Television. Panel seats on singing competitions look glamorous. They're actually microscopes. You can't cut your eyes or fake your ears on a format that traps you on camera for hours. He chooses a lane, be useful. Not snide, not syrupy. Specific with praise, surgical with fixes, protective when a room gets mean. Viewers clock it immediately. He's not there to harvest clips. He's there to hand out permission slips. That posture carries back to tour like a tailwind. If these no-fluff deep dives are your thing, hit subscribe. We go further than the headlines. The American Summer teaches setlist physics. Open with invitation, close with community, tell the truth in between. He builds sequences like roads that refuse dead ends. Guitar breaks get air. Ballads get room to breathe. The band gets handed the mic often enough that arenas remember they're hearing a unit, not a brand. That generosity reads across the cheap seats, which is where your reputation really gets written. The studio team around him hardens into a village, players who can finish each other's phrases, producers who know when to stop sanding the edges, engineers who trust him to pull the right take without turning it into a science project. The sound sweetens without losing bite. There's polish, sure, but there's also grain. It's how you keep both the county fair and the crossover station happy. Rack the chorus clean, leave the verse a little dusty. Marketing tries to paste on archetypes: hat, heartthrob, crossover, guitar slinger, and he outlives each one simply by working. Trends age, tone ages slower. He keeps the latter. That's why 5 summers later, the older songs still play like honest postcards instead of outdated slogans. He wrote to hold up, not just to hold you. Touring evolves into a laboratory for joy. He experiments with pacing like a chef seasons. Just enough spice to make the sweet land sweeter. The band starts hitting that telepathic zone where a half glance swaps a solo and a raised eyebrow saves a train wreck before it starts. That's not magic, that's miles. When something goes wrong, wireless pack dies, string snaps, he smiles at the problem like it's a friend who overstayed. The fix becomes part of the show, and the crowd loves him more for the humility. Late in the chapter, the calendar gets bold. Headliner slots stack, awards nights come with heavy objects, but the proudest flex is something quieter. He starts sending thank you down the ladder. Crew bonuses, spotlights on the names nobody knows, meet and greets that don't run like cattle calls. The machine notices when the talent treats the machine like humans. Word spreads, good techs and great pickers say yes to his camp because days end with dignity. Here's the hinge most people miss. He built trust with 3 different audiences at once. Radio trusts him to deliver hooks that won't embarrass the DJ 2 months from now. The road trusts him to show up early, leave late, and keep the thing fun without faking it. Writers and players trust him to be ruthless about craft and kind about people. You can survive a season with 2 of those on your side. You thrive with all 3. Thank you for watching this far. If you got value, please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications.